the Federal Reserve is behind. They're a contributor to why we have 8% inflation, the highest in 40 years, as you note. The central bank just made a mistake, and they've acknowledged that it was a mistake. And Secretary Yellen, our Treasury Secretary, has acknowledged that it was a mistake and that inflation is not transitory. So they're taking the steps they believe necessary. But here's the challenge. They're at odds with fiscal and regulatory policy. So actually, Joe Biden's fiscal policies and his regulatory policies are making the Fed's job harder to roll back this pernicious inflation. As to Sherrod Brown's comments, here's my philosophy about this. The central bank has one mission, price stability. They're supposed to prevent inflation. They're supposed to maintain the value of the dollar for that Arkansas family that has seen a huge loss in purchasing power. So they've failed. And that's why I argue that the Fed should only have one mandate, and that's price stability. The aspect of full employment involves the entire government, like fiscal policy and the executive branch regulatory policy. So the burden, in my view, on full employment is policies put forth by the legislative and executive branches, and that has that primary responsibility as to the conditions precedent and the proper macro policies to produce full employment. It relates to so many factors. None of them are really controlled by the Fed. And that's why I think the Fed should be solely focused on price stability and let the legislative and executive branches follow up and perform their task as to policies that relate to maintaining or enhancing full employment.